Had a bit of a technical problem then, but I think it's working now. Um, just so everyone can see my screen, I'm just going to enlarge my screen. I'm just making sure it's recording. Yeah, check it's recording. Fab. Okay, so good evening, everyone, and welcome to week one of our brand new rolling training. Now, over the next 6 weeks, myself and some of the other managers are going to be taking you through everything that you need to know to build an absolutely amazing forever business. So over the next 6 weeks, it's going to be 6 weeks of focused training where we're going to share our experience to do something that we don't. So hopefully it's going to be inspirational and it's going to be fun and it's going to be a really safe environment. So you can ask any questions at all afterwards and we will be able to answer them for you. So what we would like your commitment to us to be is to give us those 6 weeks, Sunday evenings, 8 till 9. Well, in fact, tonight's probably only going to be about half an hour. Just give us half an hour of your time this evening. And over the next 5 weeks, we need you to be positive and enthusiastic, embrace change, new ideas. We need you to participate and we need you to do it. We just need you to practice and do, because this business really is that simple, but sometimes you've just got to get to it and get to work. And we need you to be the best that you can be. And sometimes maybe just kind of step out of your comfort zone a little bit. So who am I? For people that don't know me, my name is Claire Martin and I am a senior Eagle manager. I've been living in Dubai for about 17 years now and I'm a hairdresser. I've got two small children, Jessie and Jacob, and they're 8 and 5. And to be honest, before Forever, my life was quite perfect. You know, the only problem that we had really was by the end of the month, we never had any money left over. You know, with rising costs of school fees and everything getting more and more expensive, I knew that something had to change. When I was first shown the Forever opportunity, I, like probably a lot of you, I didn't think I had the time, the confidence, or the know-how to try anything new. But the lure of earning an extra 1,000 dirhams a month soon outweighed any self-doubt that I had. So I decided to give it a go. So I got started, I got my box, I got my products, and I fell in love with the products. As soon as I started using them, I fell in love with them. So I realised that all I had to do was recommend them to people, to help people. So really, really quickly then, my belief in the company and in the products grew. I started to build a customer base and I started to build a team. Then simply by helping them get to where they wanted to be, I started ticking off the company incentives. I've qualified for Car Plan, Eagle Manager, Chairman's Bonus, Global Rally. I mean, last year this company flew me and my family to South Africa and I went to Greece. It's absolutely amazing. You know, this company has completely changed our lives. And I've now got the financial security, which is what I craved. And I do hairdressing now because I want to rather than I have to. So if you're brand new to Forever, if you're brand new to network marketing, I just want to spend a couple of minutes just talking about what it actually is. You know, what is team marketing or multi-level marketing as we call it? So basically, it's the distribution of products or services from source. So we're cutting out the middleman. We become the shop. How often our shop is open is up to us. And then Forever will pay us bonuses on the amount of products that we've shifted. So whether that's just you selling products or whether you've got a team selling products, you're given a bonus on the volume of products that are sold through your business. I hope that I made that make sense. So, you know, what are the benefits then to team marketing or network marketing? Well, you're self-employed, so you get to decide how many hours you want to work and how much you want to earn. No one's going to dictate to you what you can or can't do. It's entirely up to you. And you've got job security. No one's going to make you redundant. The only way this business won't work is if you quit. You get so much promotion on merit. It's a royalty style income, and there's so much help and support. Like, everyone is here to help and support you. There's lots of incentives that are open for everyone. And it's all about the multiplication of time. So it's not like any other business. When you start a new business, you've got to put in hundreds of hours a week. No, Forever's not like that. Forever is about the multiplication of your time. And it is a 3 to 5 year plan. You know, this business isn't going to make you a millionaire overnight, but if you work hard and you work consistently for 3 to 5 years, it can change your life. Rather than a normal job where you work for 40 years and then you retire. I can definitely tell you what type of job I'd like to be in. Forever's a global business, so you've really got to think about who you know in other countries, who do you know overseas that would benefit from our amazing products, or from the business, who wants to earn a bit of extra money that you might know living in different countries. And then obviously you've got the global travel, the global chairman's bonus, and because of social media, the world is such a smaller place now. So you've got your box of products, excuse me a second for a drink. You've got your box of products. You've got your tools, basically. You've started trying them. So now what? What we need you to do when you first get started, first and foremost, try the products, fall in love with the products, and get really excited about the products and who they can help and who else is going to enjoy using them. Get that fire in your belly. Then we're going to give you all the tracks that you need to run on. And the only thing that we need you to work on that no one else can do for you is work on your mindset. This is really something that you've got to work on yourself. But you know what? You should be dead excited anyway, because you've got your hands on an opportunity that can change your life. You don't have to go back to university and study for 4 years for this. You don't have to give up your existing life. Forever fits in around your life. And in fact, to be honest, I think the busier you are, the more busy you are as a person, the more successful you can be with Forever, because you're normally quite good then at juggling your time anyway. So we need you to be excited, we need you to be passionate, and we need you to let it shine. We need you to show others. We need you to develop the right mindset. You've got to have a can-do attitude, be a positive person. You need to have a vision for your future, and you need to be able to embrace change. You've got to work consistently, do a little bit every day, and we also need you to be persistent. You know what? You're always going to have days where you feel like giving up. We all do. I have days like that. Not all the time, but often where I'm like, oh my God, I can't do it, it's too hard. But you've got to be persistent with it. So you've got to focus on your goals and dreams as well, on days like that especially, so you know what this business can give you. We also need you to work with a sense of urgency, because this will create momentum, and that's what network marketing is. The hard work that you're going to put in today, you're going to see the results from next month, the month after, and the month after that. That's how it works. So yeah, basically, once you've got started, we often ask you, well, we always ask you to identify. We ask you to identify your goals and what it is that you want to achieve, because everyone's going to have a different goal. Everyone's going to have a different reason for joining Forever. You know, a lot of people join for that extra 1,000 dirhams a month. Some people join just because they need a plan B in their life. You know, life doesn't always go the way you expect it to. So what's your plan B? And some people join for different reasons as well. You know, some people just enjoy the social aspect of it. But we ask you to write this down. Then, for example, you know, if you want to earn just an extra 1,000 dirhams a month, we'll help you to hatch a plan to do that. You know, that will just be retailing the products, and that's all you need to do. And that's absolutely fine, and there's no pressure. But it's really, really good to get goals down onto paper, short term and long term. Because like I say, if you have bad days, this is what's going to drive you forward. On days that you feel like giving up, you can look at your goals and it's going to help you stay really, really focused. So you should all probably have, oh, sorry, and I'm just saying about the recording, but I think we're still okay. You should all have the Steps to Manage a book. And in there's a page where you've got to write down your short and your long-term goals. When I first joined, did I do it? No, didn't think I needed to. I thought that was stupid. Why do I need to write down my goals? I know my goals in my head. I didn't really take it seriously, and it actually took me about a year to finally take pen to paper and to properly write out a plan. So honestly, just do it. I really urge you all to do it, and do it straight away. If there's one thing you get out of this webinar, it's to make sure that you've got your goals, long-term and short-term, written down. By writing your goals, you really are kind of setting intention. It's crystallizing your thinking. It creates a personal commitment to them, and it's also emotional, and it's exciting at the same time. There's lots of different ways you can do this. I just write mine down in a book. I do have a dream board, but I tend to actually prefer just looking at them in books. I like to tick them off when I've done them. But spend some time, really think about what it is that you want. However big, well, I've got like a Dyson hairdryer on mine at the minute, so it doesn't have to be like massive things. It can be just the little things that you want. But really honestly do this, because visualization works, and it's been proven to work. If you haven't read the book The Secret, read it. You know, that is so true. By setting these goals and setting your intention, you're setting your brain's GPS system, so it's going to really give you direction. and take some time to think about what it is that you want, what it is that you want, who do you want to be, and what do you want to achieve. And remember to set big goals. If your goals don't scare you, then they're not big enough. You've also got to challenge yourself. Like I say, don't hold back on your dreams, make them big. Focus on what you want, not what you think your upline or your sponsor wants you to write down or wants you to say. Focus on what you want, what makes you feel good, and stretch yourself. Why not? Why can't you have the bigger things? And don't limit your goals to fit other people's mindsets. You also need to prioritise your goals. If you want to earn an extra 2,000, 10,000, whatever, how many dirhams you want to earn extra a month, you then need to look at the activity that you need to do. Don't think about case credits. Don't think about pin positions. Think about the monetary goals. I think that's the word. Think about the money, basically. Think about what it is that you want to earn. Then you need to look at what you need to do to earn that money. So this can be a little bit difficult to maybe get your head around in the beginning. So that's why we always say to book in planning meetings. So if you want to earn an extra, let's say 2,000 dirhams a month, we can kind of tell you, okay, so you need to get a put basket out, you need to do a couple of launches, you need to talk to some different people about the products, about the business, and we can break it down into actually bite-sized daily activities that you need to do to achieve your goals. And you know what, by focusing on those small goals, the bigger goals are going to get ticked off anyway. Don't be so thinking, I need to get to supervisor, or I need to get to manager. Just think about what it is that you need to achieve in small bite-sized goals, and then the bigger goals kind of often look after themselves a little bit anyway. Just you need a plan, but don't overwhelm yourself with it either in the beginning. And you also need to think about kind of what trainings you need to attend that are going to help you be able to move forward with that goal. So you've got the products, you fall in love with the products, and you're starting to want to talk to people. Now, this is basically, it's not easy, but we do need to become really good at talking to people. We're network marketers, so we need to be good at talking to people. We need to be really good at telling stories. We need you to be passionate, and we need you to be excitement, and you've got to have a sparkle in your eyes. I always know the people that are going to be good at forever because eyes light up when they talk about it. So to become a natural storyteller does take time. It's not always the most easy thing, but in the beginning, the best thing to do is choose one product out of your box that you really, really love and tell a story about it. So it can be anything that you found you've got really good results from. And if you haven't got good results from, maybe your friend has, or maybe still someone else's story for now, your upline story, or someone else in the wider team story about the products. So whether it's like the propolis cleared up so-and-so's eczema, or whether it's how much more energy you've got from drinking the gel, what you do is you talk about how you felt before and how much better you feel now. And you just make it into a story that can kind of roll off your tongue. Because as we know, facts tell and stories sell. The next thing is a little bit more difficult, I think, and that's your business story. This can take time to practice. So this can take time, and you do need to practice, but once you can answer the question when people ask you what it is that you do, and you can answer that question with ease, then you've really, really cracked it. So for me, I like say, they're like, what do you do? I'm a hairdresser, I've been here 17 years, but it was quite difficult working around the children, but then I found an opportunity that got me, I was able to work from home around the kids, around my other commitments, and now I do hairdressing because I want to rather than I have to. And you keep it as short and as simple as that, but it's about having that passion, having that excitement when you're telling that story. Because basically it's like you're a shop, so if you're not telling people that shop's open for business, then they're really not going to know. And also when you're telling people your business story, make sure you're using the right words. Always be positive. Never use words like could do, might, think, one day, possibly. If you haven't achieved anything yet, if you're an assistant supervisor still, talk about, I'm in touching distance of my next goal. I'm really close to achieving my goals within my business. Talk about how it's going to happen, not, maybe it will, hopefully. Just use really positive words all the time. And you know what, by doing that, it happens anyway. So the next thing that we've got, that face-to-face is obviously the best tool. We need to be in front of people, we need to be talking to people, we need to be building relationships. But in today's world, we've obviously got social media. We've got Facebook, we've got Instagram, Snapchat, and all different social media platforms. So they are really another tool. And I think, especially in the beginning, although we shouldn't hide behind Facebook, it's a really kind of good way to launch your business, to let people know what it is that you're doing. Because people are really, really nosy. You know, it's human nature. So again, you've got to think of Facebook as like the windows to your shop. If you'd spent millions and millions setting up a business, instead of like 1,400 whatever it is for your business in the box, you'd be thinking about branding, you'd be thinking about how you want people to see you, what your target audience is. So having like your Facebook, it's a little bit like that. You need to think about what kind of people you're trying to attract. It's all about marketing yourself, and Facebook is such a massive tool for this. So you need to get your profile picture right. You know, it needs to be a picture of you, not your dog or your cat. It needs to be a picture of you. It needs to be fresh. It needs to be clear. We're in the health and wellness industry, so your photos need to reflect that. And then your cover photo can also tell a bit more about, about you and what you're all about and who you're trying to attract. So for me, Forever's all about the relationships, and it's about having fun. So I'm hopeful that my posts kind of reflect that. Here's some really good ideas for when you get started, and just to put little teasers out there, really, they kind of create intrigue. You don't have to mention Forever Living. You just need to celebrate the successes and what it is that you're doing. So you can see when you get your box of products, just put a selfie of your product box, pictures of you using the products when you're having planning meetings. Celebrate every success that you have and put it out there. You don't need to say, oh, this is me doing Forever Living. Just like, oh my God, I'm loving this shampoo, and a picture of you of the shampoo. Just make it even more casual, even more subtle than that. Because remember that people are always watching you. So don't moan on social media either. If you feel quite strongly about something like political, or, about animal cruelty, rather than putting a negative post, put a twist on it, like, it's terrible, I don't know, for example, dogs being abandoned or something. But rather than putting like a negative post, put, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go and volunteer for Canine Friends or whatever, and I'm going to do something positive. So always try and put a positive twist on your post. Don't post about, oh, woe is me, I'm ill and this and that and the other. Just always keep your post really positive. And to be consistent when you're posting as well, because when you get started, sometimes you go all gun-ho on your Facebook and start posting like 5 things a day. Then don't post anything for a month. Everyone's going to be like, oh, well, that obviously didn't work out for her then, did it, or for him? Also, remember the 80-20 rule. 80%'s got to be about your normal life, and only 20% about Forever. You also need to engage in other posts and be friendly and be positive. And keep your photographs really fresh and clear. Like, pick collage is good, but sometimes, to be fair, the pictures don't really I don't think they come across very clearly when you've done it as a pic collage. So a really good app that you all need to get is called WordSwag. I think it's a couple of pounds from the App Store, called WordSwag, and it's really great. It looks really professional, and it's a really good way to tart up your photographs and just make them look kind of cool and really professional. So you, with Facebook, you're showcasing your family life, income, using the products, your social life, recognition, and team success as well. So you need to shout about every success that's happening in your team and put it on your social media, because it's going to create excitement and intrigue. Why Facebook? Because people can stalk you. My goodness, I've stalked so many people on Facebook. If someone likes one of my posts, or if it's not even my post, sometimes I'll click on the person and I find myself 5 minutes later still scrolling back through all the posts. So people might be looking at you, deciding if they want to work with you before you even know who they are. Facebook's obviously mobile. How many times you sat in the car waiting for the kids or waiting for your hubby or whatever and just had a little flick through Facebook. And people are always on Facebook. First thing in the morning before they get out of bed, and last thing in the evening when they go to bed. People are always on Facebook. So it's like having a shop that is constantly open. Now this is a real bugbear of mine. Like, come on guys, we don't need to just copy and paste pictures of products. You've got to think outside the box. Nobody wants to see these kind of pictures on Facebook or Instagram. It's boring. It's really boring. Like, you know what? Maybe 10 years, I don't even know if Facebook was really around, but 10 years ago, these might have cut it. But now we've got to start really thinking out of the box. I'm not saying I'm like the master of thinking outside the box, but there are so many different ways that you can showcase the product. You know, get your kids involved, get your partners involved, get your pets involved, because having pictures like these, it shows that it's real, and it shows that you're having fun, and it shows how the products can work in our day-to-day lives. What else can we do? Basically, always interact with others on social media. Join different groups. Like, how many different, my goodness, especially in the UAE, there's hundreds of Facebook groups, pre-loved clothes, oh, this, that, the other. Join those groups, not to spam them, but to make new friends and to make contacts and to build relationships. We do always need to be mindful of what we're saying. I really try not to ever mention anything about Forever on those groups, but you can build friendships with people that then you can take off Facebook and have in real life. You know, pick up the phone, meet them for coffee, build those relationships with people. One thing I need to say while on that subject, if you are on any of these big social media groups like British Mums Dubai, Real Mums, I mean there's hundreds. One thing that we make sure we do, you know, if someone's on there going, does anyone sell a clean nine? If you see that an FBO has already commented saying, oh yeah, you know, I do, I can get it for you. If they commented, then leave it to them. We don't want a bun fight of like, me, pick me, pick me. Even if people tag you, either leave it or just comment on that tag saying, thanks for the recommendation. It looks like Sam's got it covered. So you always refer back to the first person that's answered, because that way it makes us look really ethical as FBOs, and it just also doesn't make it look like we're desperate, because we're not desperate. Because quite often in those groups, the people, you know, the sales don't even come to anything, so you can spend a lot of time and it doesn't actually come to anything. So if someone's already answered, then leave it to that person, because like I say, it stops us looking desperate. And one of our main strengths with Forever is that we do work really, really well together as a team. I've also had a couple of people join my team from watching me on Facebook, so don't underestimate its power. Like I said at the beginning, we shouldn't hide behind it, but it is a great tool to use, especially when you're starting out. Angela Ockham she's done a couple of brilliant trainings on using social media and on using Facebook. Actually, I'll post it onto Sunshine Page and the other groups tomorrow, but I think it's really good, just to recap, and it kind of goes back over some of the points that I've made tonight about using Facebook. So here's a couple of summaries. So you've got to keep it real. Don't take it all too seriously. Think other than sell. Be honest. You know, don't say, oh, I've made 50,000 dirhams this month from Forever Living, or I've just bought a new car. You can't lie. You've got to keep it real. You've got to be honest. I think the main thing you can do on social media right now is show people how much fun it is. Come to Success Day, come to the trainings, come to the business presentation, take some selfies and show people what fun it is. There's the girls in Dubai had a brilliant training this morning at TCOM, which I couldn't unfortunately go to, and apparently they had such a blast. They had such a laugh. I'm down to hear more about it, but take selfies of doing that and post that to social media. It shows what fun you're having. Don't share other people's works. You can copy it, but make it your own. Always keep it original, keep it true to yourself. So, yeah, that's me. That's me. My goodness, I think it was about 25 minutes. I said it wasn't going to be too long. So I just want to summarise what we've talked about this evening. First thing you need to do is you need to fall in love with the products. Then you need to work on your mindset. Work on your mindset every single day and be the very, very best, beautiful version of yourselves that you can be. Shout about Forever from the rooftops and be so very, very proud. Work on your product story, work on your business story, and how to use social media to help you build an amazing business. And the last thing I want to say is I am so, so proud of every single person in this team. You're all doing an absolutely amazing job. So let's make 2017 incredible. Speak to you all soon. Any questions, just shout. Take care. Good night.